Okay, now we are going to talk about how to do the income statement at the period system. Because I find it's kind of difficult to explain it by the question directly. So I will explain the idea first, and then I will use the answer sheet directly to tell you how to write it, because calculate rows number, you need to do it from the generalized entry, from the generalized, okay? But I think because if I do it again and I just find the answer on my generalized directly, it will confuse you, because then we will jumping from this paper to this paper and this block to this block. So I will explain the idea directly, okay? Because even though there is two kind of inventory system, but the format of the income statement is only one kind, okay? So every income statement should contain rows basic element, okay? But the problem for the period system is because we don't have the cost of goods sold. So now, how can we find the cost of goods sold? Okay, so there is a formula you need to remember. Okay. Here, the first one, we have the beginning inventory, right? Then we need to minus our purchase. Oh no, wrong. Plus our purchase. Okay. But because for the purchase, sometimes the goods is not so good, or you get a discount, so there is some adjusting items in the purchase, okay? So you plus the purchase minus purchase discount minus purchase returned and allowance, okay? Is it? So for this one, you will call it as sorry. So for this one, you can call it, because you see, if we do the adjusting on the sales revenue, right, we get net sales. So for this one, we call it as net purchase. Okay. But now we are talking about the freight in, the transfer fee. Okay. Do you remember at the purchase system, actually the transfer fee will be included to inventory directly, right? So here we need to include this one to the inventory also. Okay, so we need to plus them together. So here is why we need to use the plus. Okay, so from the purchase minus both adjusting item, purchase discount and purchase return and allowance, you get the net purchase. Net purchase plus the freight in, because this one is happened in like a lease accounting duration. The beginning inventory is from the last accounting duration, right? So for this one is from this accounting duration, okay? So we calculate all of them. We will call it as our cost of goods purchase. Okay? Remember this idea. This is from the before This one is current. Okay. So then we will continuously to minus the ending inventory to get the cost of goods sold. Actually, it's very too easy to think like I have I have $10. Then I have $10 allowance for this week, but my mother give me how much I don't remember, but I still have $5 left. So we will know this here is 5, right? So for this inventory, I can give you an example like, okay, I have $10 allowance. Then the purchase means my mother give me $8 more. Okay. Then I spent something. I don't know how much. Okay. But I left 5. So now I will know my cost of goods sold. How much I spent is $13. Okay. So we are doing this one at here to find the cost of goods sold. Okay. So here is the answer example from the problem, chapter 5, problem 7a. Okay. So now we will see each one. I will explain how the answer do this one for you. Where is my knife? Okay. So for the sales revenue, same, because we don't want this sales revenue directly from the accounting book. Okay, so you see here it writes sales revenue. Okay, so I guess in the exam you can write it as sales or sales revenue, whatever. Okay, you just need to know this sales revenue number is not the right number we want. We still need to do some adjustment. Okay. So sales revenue is 2,100. Okay, then we need to less sales return and allowance and the sales discount. Okay, so sales return and allowance is 25. There is no sales discount, so we get the net sales directly here. Okay, so now we are talking about the cost of goods sold. Okay, so the cost of goods sold, do you remember from here? We need to start from the beginning inventory. Then we need to find the net purchase is purchase minus purchase discount minus purchase return and allowance. Okay. Actually, you just change the purchase to sales revenue, then you will get the same as net sales. So it's very easy to remember. Try to remember it. Okay. Then if we plus the transfer fee, because it happened in this time, this current accounting duration, so we will get the cost of goods purchase. Then we need to minus the ending inventory. Then we will get the cost of goods sold. Okay? So this is the whole idea we are going to do. But here we are writing like this. Later we will write in separately. Okay? But it's the same just from here. Okay? Okay, let's come back. Okay. So now we are going to calculate the cost of goods sold, and we don't have much so far. So now we will start from the beginning inventory. The beginning inventory, we will write it as inventory April 1st because we are doing the income statement for the month end April 13th. So the beginning will be the April 1st. Okay. So the inventory April 1st, don't worry, this number, the problem will give you directly tell you how much is the beginning inventory. Okay. So the inventory April 1st is 1,700. Okay. So now we are going to calculate what? our net purchase, right? So we will start from the purchase, how much we purchase. Then we need to minus the purchase discount and the purchase return and allowance. Okay, so there is purchase return and allowance. We need to minus it. Actually, I think you should write this one at here, just the same as this one. Okay. Then there is purchase discount for 38 also. So okay, this one will be the same as here. Then you calculate it. I can explain to you, but if in the exam you really forgot to do it, you just write it as you want. As long as the net income is correct, then I think teacher won't. I think you only take like 1 point or 2 points from you, okay? If you write this one wrong. Because we like to do do it carefully in case there is any mistake. So usually when you see there is 2 accounts need to minus together. So usually we will plus them together and then put it outside. So we can use the purchase to minus or plus this to minus this one. Okay. So actually this formula is kind of complex, but if you really want to understand, ask me on Tuesday. Okay. So now after we use the purchase to less the purchase return and allowance and the purchase discount, what do we get? We will get the net purchase. Okay. So our net purchase is 1,712. Okay. Let me explain again. Here the purchase return and allowance is 110 and the purchase discount is 38. So it plus them together to get 148. Then you use the purchase is 1,860 to minus the 148. So you get the 1,712 for the net purchase. Okay. After the net purchase, we need to think about our transfer fee. Okay. So there is a freight in. We need to add on. So there is a add freight in 104. Okay. So what do we get if we add the net purchase and freight in together? We will get the cost of goods purchase, right? Okay. So the cost of goods purchase, we add them together, we will get 1,817. Okay. So now we are going to add the beginning inventory and our cost of goods purchase. Then is our cost of goods available for sales. Okay, can you see here? Cost of goods available for sales. Okay, then the next one, what do we need to do? Our purpose is to find the cost of goods sold. So we need to minus our ending inventory here, less the inventory on the April 13th. Okay, this number, the question will give you also. So we will get this number. So if the cost of goods available for sold minus the inventory, then we will get the cost of goods sold for 1,220. Okay. So now we are going to use the revenue. The title is here, right? So the number we want is at the end of the title is here. Cost of goods sold title is here. The number we want is at the end of the title, so it's here. So we use this number to minus. We use the net sales revenue to minus the cost of goods sold. Then we will get the gross profit. Okay. So from the gross profit, then you need to minus the operating expense, then add or minus, then you will get the income from operations, then add or minus the other income and expense, then you will get net income. It's all the same. Okay? The different part is just the cost of goods sold. So just try to remember it once again. for the before inventory, the beginning inventory first, then we need to find our net purchase. Okay, how to find the net purchase is use the purchase minus purchase discount minus purchase return and allowance. Okay, then we will think about our transfer fee, freight in. We will add the freight in to get. We will add the freight in the net purchase to get the cost of goods purchase. Okay. Why do we purchase the inventory? Because we want to sell it, right? So, cost of goods purchase at the beginning inventory is the goods we are ready for sale. It's the cost of goods for sales. Okay. So, if we have so many goods for sales, but we don't know how much we sold, then we only know how much is the end. We have 1,000 goods for sale, but how much we sold we don't know. But finally, at the end of the accounting duration, I only got 200 left. So how much we sold is 800, right? So this 800 is our cost of goods sold. Okay, so if we add here all the cost of goods for sales together minus the ending inventory, then we will get the cost of goods sold. Okay, just very important, try to remember it. Otherwise you will lose the point on the income statement also. Okay, that's it. And if you want to check the answer sheet, you can see the chapter 5, problem 7a. Okay. This is the way you need to do it. For this one, if you're still confused, you can ask me on Tuesday, but actually, you just remember if we need to add it at one time or minus it at the same time. If we want to do the minus and add together, then you need to move you can do it directly together. You need to move them like a little bit forward. So you can add all the minus together, and then you get the number, then you do the calculate later.